Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the FTX Outback 3 Paso. We're going to see what comes in the box. We're going to take a look at the actual rig itself, talk over some of the pros and cons and look at some of the features, and then we will take it out for a little trail so you guys can see what it's like. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Okay, let's take a little look at the box and just see what you get with it. So it's basically 1/10 scale. It is effectively a Suzuki Jimny, is what it's based off. Obviously it's not licensed, so that's why it's called a Paso. But basically it's 1/10 scale, ready to run. All you need is your your AA batteries for your transmitter. It does come with a 7.2 volt 1500 milliamp hour nickel hydride battery, which although it is really small and only 1500 milliamps, it actually lasts pretty well because the rig itself is so light. I mean, we've been out in the woods and we've probably had maybe an hour runtime of a 1500 milliamp hour battery, so you know it's not too bad. You get your little wheel caps, which you can just put over the top of the wheels just to make them look a bit more scale. You get your trickle charger, which comes in the box. Then you get your instruction manual with all your instructions. Has all the instructions for the LEDs and everything like that, so that's all good. And then you get your transmitter as well, which is actually a really nice transmitter. It's an Etronics Pulse transmitter, and the ESC is basically an all-in-one ESC, so it's a receiver and an ESC all-in-one. But one of the things I really like about this transmitter, let me just see if I can show you, is if you can see on the actual transmitter itself, you've got these buttons here, where basically you can control things like your drag brake setting, and you can choose between 50%, 75 or 100%. You can also flick between if it's lipo or nickel hydride. So obviously instead of having to, take the shell off and change jumpers and stuff like that, or program it on the ESC, you can literally just flick these buttons over and that'll basically change whether it's what the drag brake setting is and whether it's lipo or nickel hydride. Then on the side, you've got your switch for turning the lights on and off, and then you've got your button for controlling the LED lights. It's actually a 4-channel receiver, and it comes with a whole load of lights as standard, which I'll show you in a second. It comes with a 6-kilogram steering servo, which is actually really responsive and really good. I'll show you that in a second. So let's take a look at the rig, shall we? Okay, so here is the Outback 3 Paso. So you get your roof rack as standard. You don't get your Jurassic Park stickers. I added those. I actually got this as a Christmas present for my 5-year-old son, and he loves Jurassic Park. So we got some decals. You've got like a sticker on the side, and we even did some like little Jurassic Park number plates on the front and on the rear, and then like JP18 and stuff like that. So yeah, you don't get your Jurassic Park stickers on yours. You'll get like the Paso stickers on the side and stuff like that. It's got like little stickers and everything for your scale details, like your door handles and things like that. You've got your lights on the front and also on the rear, which I will show you in a second. You've got your scale snorkel. You've actually got little mirrors which have the little reflective mirror in them as well. So you've got your little scale mirrors. You've got your slide rails on the side as well, so obviously to help you slide along. And you've got your little scale accessories on the back. You've got your shovel and so on the back as well. So it's a really nice looking rig. They've done a good job of making it look nice. You get different colours like blue, yellow. I can't remember all the colour combinations you get, but we went for the yellow one. The wheels and tyres, they're decent. They're fairly supple, but the tyres don't have a lot of grip. Really, they're road tyres. They're not off-road tyres. So as you'll see when we go for a little crawl afterwards, the standard tyres don't have a lot of grip. So, one of the things I would suggest doing is, upgrading the tyres. Okay, let's take a little bit of a closer look at the actual rig itself. Now, one of the nice things about this shell, as you can see, you can't see any body pins. And the reason for that is it's actually hinged on the rear, and then on the front, your body clips are actually underneath, which is a nice design. It looks really nice, but they are a bit annoying to get out. And obviously you can imagine, if you're crawling through mud and stuff like that, it gets pretty messy as well. But you can see underneath, you've got your center gearbox. You've got your 390, I think it's a 25 turn motor. I'll put a link in the description down below where you can actually get the truck from, so you can obviously read all the technical specs and stuff like that. You've got your 6 kilogram metal steering servo at the front. Your battery tracer goes up here. I'll pop the top of the shell off in a minute so you can see that as well. Obviously you've got your front and rear axles. You've got your 4-link suspension. So what we'll do, if we just pop these body clips out, and I will show you.
A few moments later.
So, one of the slightly annoying things about it, which you might have heard other people talk about as well, is the lights. A lot of these cables aren't really long enough. So when you lift it up, out pop the LEDs, and it's just a little bit annoying. But let's take a little closer look at the actual rig itself, shall we? I shall pick you up so you can see. Okay, so you've got your, like I said, metal steering servo. You've got your little tiny little 390 motor, which just looks really cute. You've got your gearbox, got your all-in-one ESC and receiver. Like I said, 4-channel switch on the side. All your wiring and everything, which to be honest is a bit of a mess if you ask me. Okay, so I'm just going to talk through just some of the things that I think are possible issues with it quickly. So one is obviously the mess of wiring, which, you can tidy that up. It's not the end of the world, but, it's just a little bit of a mess. 2, it's nice that it's really light, but everything is very exposed because there's nothing really underneath. And when I got it, things like the motor wires and all that were actually underneath. They were actually hanging down on the bottom, and a lot of these wires were just all over the place and stuff like that. And obviously with it being so exposed, you run the risk of things catching it if you're trailing and stuff like that. So what I would say is, before you run it, pop the shell up, just have a look. You might just need to reroute some of these wires and just zip tie them back on and stuff like that. Same for the power switch. The wire for the power switch was just hanging down here, just like literally just loose down here with the switch on there. So again, it doesn't take 2 seconds, but it's just a bit naff that it comes like that. When you're buying a truck that is literally like 99% ready to run, you'd expect that stuff like that was just ready to go. Okay, so I've just popped the battery in so we can have a look at the lights as well. So receipt transmitter's on. So like I said, you've got this switch on the side here, which hopefully you can see. Yeah, you basically just turn that on and you can control the lights. There's 2 settings, like I said, various different settings in the manual. A lot of the lights, to be honest, are a bit novelty. You've got things like pulsing, flashing. When you turn, they can indicate like side to side and so on. So with the switch on the side, you can change the different modes. You got to press it twice, basically. So you got like flashing, press it twice again, pulsing. There's lots of different weird and wonderful little combinations. To be honest, it would be nice if they were just like on and you just had like, front lights, angel eyes, headlights, rear lights, indicators. It's just a bit, the combinations they have for them are just a bit weird, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, it also has like, so our hazards are on the moment, so let's turn our hazards off. So as you turn, indicators, turn the other way, indicates the other way. So you got little novelty indicators. Not my cup of tea, Why would you indicate every time you turn the steering wheel? I don't know, but there you go. So steering servo, nice and responsive. Fairly decent amount of angle. Let's just lift it up so you can see. And it's not bad, It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Let's get out and take it for a crawl, and you can see what it's like. Okay, so I'm running on 75% drag brake at the moment. Okay, so we're going to get into the slightly trickier spot now, where we're going to have to see what its grip is like up the bank. So this is where I might struggle. It's actually got a lot of wheel speed. For a little 390 motor, it's actually got a lot of wheel speed in it, and it's surprisingly quick. Obviously it's really, really light, but the tyres do let it down a little bit. They're not very grippy. So it'd be interesting to see what it's like getting up this bank. We might have to just get a lot of wheel speed just to get it up there. So let's see what it's like. So you can see it's just struggling for grip there. So we're going to have to get a bit of wheel speed and launch it up there. It's even struggling to get over that one. I didn't get a plan, did it? We'll give it a chance, we'll give it a little bit of a run up. This is actually quite a hard bank to get up here. It's, you know, surprisingly steep. If you look how steep it is, you know, it's surprisingly steep, and obviously it's just mud, but ready, let's give it a try. Yes, nice. Bit of wheel speed, gets up there. Let's see how fast it is. You can see it's got more than enough, you know, speed. See what it's like, going over some obstacles. The only thing you might hear in this video as it's going along, especially with bumpy terrain, is the body does bounce around a little bit. So of course you can hear it bouncing around as you're driving along. So it would have been nice if they'd made these side rails here hold the body in, like you get on a lot of, like, you know, well, even on like the high rock and things like that, you know, you can get it where the side rails kind of hold it in. So that would have been pretty cool. So you can see with 75% drag brake, you know, it does hold it. Obviously that's not a massively steep incline, but it is doing its job, so it's not bad. Again, I think it helps because it's so light, you know, that it's quite easy for it to hold it. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. Overall, I would say, you know, it's a decent little beginner crawler with some better tires. I think it would definitely be much better. Obviously, you might have to sort, you know, body rubbing issues out with the tires if you went for some bigger tires. You know, raise the body up a bit maybe if possible. You know, it's got plenty of speed in that little 390 motor. So yeah, I'd say overall, you know, for the money, really good. My son loves it. I got it for my 5-year-old for Christmas. He absolutely loves it. You know, great first crawler for him. So yeah, I'll put a link down below to where you can get the car from. Any questions, drop me a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.